it's Jess here and welcome to another day of Planmas. Kind of weird to say because it is September 7th today, but today's video is drawing Christmas. So this is a studio vlog of the 2 Christmas sets that I'm drawing for this season. I'm only drawing 2 this year, and one's a custom for Andrea at Scribble Prints Co and one is in my shop. And yeah, I don't know what Andrea's going to call it, but it would have been available and maybe some of you are using it this year. But we're going to get started drawing that today. So I got my stuff up here. I've got it all planned. It was kind of just set around one idea. So let's just get straight into starting the vlog on what we're drawing. So we're drawing the custom first. It's kind of just tentatively called LA Xmas New Year's Eve. So of course this year, as you know, Christmas Day is on the Monday and Christmas Eve is on the Sunday of the 1 week. So we, this is specifically a kit to use on that week. And I don't know, I just felt like what an interesting idea was, like LA vibes, sort of modern and party-like, and really get into the Christmas through to New Year's Eve party vibes. And it's not necessarily snowy either, so I feel like more people will be able to use it in terms of what they're experiencing. Like even if it's winter where you are but it doesn't like snow, then I think this set will work for you as well. But even if it's cold, it's just a fun party set. And I know, I just got these ideas for an LA modern glam vibe. Like one of those really cute, I was imagining the scene of like a really glam, beautiful living room with the Christmas tree. And you could use this on like the Monday, Tuesday boxes, like a double scene there of the Christmas tree scene. And then use like the maybe a fireworks kind of box on the Sunday. And then throughout the week, I just wanted to do more ideas of like what you might be having on Christmas Day or in the week in between, which I feel like the week between Christmas and New Year's is like, what is even happening this week? Like, you don't even know what's happening. It's just, you don't know what time it is, what day it is. You're just living in the moment for that week. So that's kind of what we're doing. I thought we'd have like opened presents, and like food and drinks and just party time. Rather than like, there's still going to be wrapped presents and stuff, so you can still use those, but I think it'll be trying to blend the two together. Anyway, those are the ideas, and I've chosen a softer color palette. We're going with like pinks and greens, but in a sort of soft muted beigey feeling. So it's like the red and green, but soft and girly. And we've got like a few scenes of like party food and a bar cart and people partying, dressed up. I found a really cool reference of 2 hands like holding up coffee cups, and one says Merry Christmas and the other says Happy New Year, and I thought that'd be a really good little element to include. So you could use that as like the sidebar box because it's both things in 1 week. And then we just have like Christmas ribbon, like the ribbon from our presents, and some opened presents, which I've included like jewelry and like a ring, but we're also gonna have baubles and champagne. And yeah, I think it's gonna be real cute. So it's like, yeah, try to do LA vibes basically. And we can see how we're gonna go with that. So that's what we're doing first, and then we will get into next week, hopefully. Well, I want to release it next week that I'm filming. My Christmas set, which is called Tinsel. And I was going to do 2. I was going to do sort of like a more traditional snowy one, and then I was going to do a like tropical hot one, but I'm just not actually in the mood to draw Christmas, to be honest. So I've limited myself, and I'm doing more of a sort of also not so glam, but a modern Christmas with touches of Nutcracker references. So you got like ballet slippers, and we're gonna have like a little crochet of like the girl with the Nutcracker, like a ballerina. But then we're also gonna have like a charcuterie board and just more subdued modern Christmas. So it's gonna have like the pinks as well, but it's gonna have a different kind of green with it, and also black to make it a bit more modern. And it's also not gonna be very snowy either. There are windows in the scene I want to draw, so I might put snow behind there just to add it to like the Nutcracker feel of it. And we're gonna have like a cake and a modern Nutcracker and like the candy canes, stuff like that, a bit more general. But I don't know, I'm going chill with Christmas this year. I've done so much Christmas art previously, and I'm just not in the mood this year, so that's what we're doing. But I thought I'd get this intro out of the way. I'm going to be drawing this Christmas set probably all weekend. And we'll get started on it in a minute. And I'll keep you informed of my vlogging. During this process of drawing it, I'll try and, show you some working on scenes for it. And before I go, I'm supposed to mention right at the beginning, but this is a collab video with Andrea from SPC. She is also doing Platypus, and today she should be bringing up a designing vlog where she actually goes through designing with this art that I'm going to be drawing in this video. So after this one, definitely go over to SPC's channel and watch the art get designed with and finished up. She's probably going to print it and stuff, I think, knowing from the last time she did it. But yeah, that video should be going up in the channel today, and when it goes live, I will link it in the description of this video, so you can go watch that. So it'll be fun to see like how the art comes around. But yeah, I just thought I'd touch upon the start here of how we sort of developed it. Well, I was talking to Andrea a while ago about how it's like the same week, and it's like, what if you had like LA vibes, you had like, yeah, just the glam modern Christmas. With like more of a kitschy touch, like, it's not too modern because you also have like the sort of classic LA feel to it as well, like older LA, but you also have the party feel of it. Then you had like the fireworks and with the sunset and things like that. So yeah, that's how it came together. It kind of just took a while for me to plan and put it together, but I think it's gonna look good. So let's get into it, shall we? Alright, sorry for this angle, but these are the only ways I could do this. But I've kind of used a real tree to like get the shape of it. And I just sort of like made the wibbly wobbly branches. Sometimes I just use so I'm still gonna use this brush. I'll show you. You can see it's a pine brush, and it has like the texture of pine in there, like as it works in the brush. It's obviously not perfect, but I'm going to use this texture throughout this shape. And I've drawn some individual, like from basing it off the photo that I used of a tree. I've added some extra bits and bobs here and there, but I'm going to try and use this. And see, with this brush, sometimes I make the entire tree out of it, but I feel like, I don't know, this year I'm going to outline the trees so they fit in better with the rest of the drawing. So we're going to start off with first this layer of green, and then I want it to be more of a frosted tree. So from the reference, the tree is it's just the frosted kind of snowy, the whitish tree, like it's got this a bit of, it's a white tree, I guess, but a little bit. And it's just, otherwise it only just has the lights in it. And that's like it. So I thought it'd be like fun to have sort of the minimal tree look in this sort of LA living room dining that we're gonna have. That sort of overlook some beautiful views and fireworks and stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna make 2 versions of this scene for Andre, and she can include what she wants. I'll include one with the fireworks outside of this version, and one without. Because I was actually just thinking more that you would use the box of the Christmas tree on Monday, and then you'd have the fireworks from other boxes later. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just do the nice sunset. I don't know. We'll see. But what was I saying originally? So okay, we got the initial, but I think that would go with that. We got the initial. I changed this brush to white, and I think I'm going to make it smaller. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. We'll draw some like bits and pieces in here, and then we'll see where we go from here. I actually don't know about the way I'm doing this. I'm just guessing right now, you guys. Maybe if we like don't make it as, I'm gonna take down the opacity maybe, or even turn it to overlay. We'll see. And then obviously we're gonna add the Christmas lights as well. But maybe this way I can get a bit more detail in. I don't know. I honestly hate drawing Christmas trees. I don't know, man. It's just trees in general that aren't just like, I can use a leaf brush and enjoy. I mean, technically I'm doing that right now, but I feel like Christmas trees have a certain, you know, structure to them. So we'll try and do like these prongs, shall we? Like we've kind of got them in their outline here. There's also the way they go 3D is hard to do as well. I'm definitely envious of all the clip artists out there who can just make them look so freaking beautiful. I actually wonder if they might do them. I feel like maybe it'd be easier. Maybe an Illustrator has a better way to do it, like a vector version. That might be interesting, but that's what I feel like some people's looks like. I don't know how they get the pine needles looking so crisp. You know what I mean? And like so 3D. It makes me think of Illustrator, which I don't use often. In fact, I haven't used in 8 years because I am no longer paying for that, the top tier Photoshop, because Photoshop doesn't deserve it. Especially not now with the AI nonsense. Which, yeah, that's ongoing. Okay, this is not looking too bad, but I'm going to play with the, how it might look. I don't know if that works, you guys. Oh, I hate doing Christmas trees. They just never look right. Let's just put the Christmas lights on. Okay, I think what we have to do now is a bit more work with the pine brush. Maybe do some dark stuff. The dark side. Are there any other... I wonder what this would look like in there. It's not really piney enough. I know I possibly could find a better pine brush. Because I'm not, you know, torture myself with drawing pine from scratch. But, you're free to do so if you wish. I hate Christmas trees too much to do that to myself. But this bug strap, no. Bug strap, it does not work. This one already had the pine. What about tropical? I don't know if tropical gives us a better look. I should put this on overlay, I think is what I want. But what I was saying is I could possibly find a bit of specific pine brushes, but also do I want to spend the money on those brushes when I've got this brush? Or maybe it's just not good enough for what I'm trying to do here. So we do the overlay. Actually, I think it's looking better. Okay, we're just going to keep at it, you know? As I've said previously in vlogs, you got to think about art school and what they ask you. Is it resolved? No, it's not. Alright, we just need to start putting in highlights and shadows and more added texture and really build it. Alright, I think it's starting to look better. Alright, so we're gonna go on the top and we're gonna do I want to do add or just want to do like a screen? Maybe just add a bit more, like boop boop boop, a little bit more. Bring out a little bit more of that white. I hope what I'm doing is like coming across as like this is a pretty frosted tree. I don't know. Let me know down below if you're using this kit. Please be kind on my Christmas tree. Every day, man. Christmas trees get me. I mean, I could add more to the tree. Sometimes adding just like some baubles on top helps, but I think we're getting there because I don't want it to be like photo. It still looks, I think we're starting to get there. I'm going to leave it at this. We'll see how I feel about it later, but I'm going to go and keep on drawing because we've got the rest of the scene to do. But I just wanted to use put the Christmas tree in and see how I went with it. Yay. Okay guys, so I've decided this week I'm working in tandem between the Andrea custom and my Christmas art tinsel. Now, you're seeing me open the Sims here, but I was going through references for Christmas living room scenes for my shop set tinsel, and there's nothing I quite like. So, one tip for drawing scenes, if you have the Sims, is you can build in the Sims, and this will give you an idea of perspective and line work and things like that. So I'm just in a save that I've specifically used for building. But yeah, I'm very quickly gonna do this. And then I'm just gonna take like a picture of it with my phone, and then I'll work off that in terms of using as a reference. So we're just in the Sims here. God, this game's so beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to quickly set this up and I'll show you a little bit of my doing it, but it's a bit hard when I'm holding my phone. I'll just try and show you some clips between. So I'm just going to make this room so you can see how I want to do it. And then what I want to do is I'm going to open up and oh gosh, where is the... I think I'll just go to the room. Okay, we're doing the living room. I want to get a fireplace, but okay, I want this set to be clean and modern. So modern stuff. Maybe this one. Sorry, I'm not showing you everything. Ooh, this marble's pretty. What we're looking at is what do I want to draw shape-wise. What else we got in here? I don't look at the fireplaces often. This one's really big. But remember, we're also doing like Christmas. We definitely want this log holder. I don't know if I really want to draw that shape. I think one of these ones will do. This one has the nice log detail. Of course, we're going to add our own details. This is just for getting perspective and shape right. I think what you'll find is if you've ever looked for references of, well, just pictures of one's interesting. I got some custom content in here, but I want it to be clean and modern. So one of these three. I'm kind of going for this one. So we'll get rid of this one's very classic. We're going full modern here. But I think we're gonna do everything in like white. And then, okay, so you get my kind of idea here. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that a lot of photos of Christmas living rooms, or living rooms in general, are very like portrait, or if they're landscape, which I want landscape obviously, and I need it wide for the double box scene. It's usually taken from the back of a couch, and so the main focus of the image is the couch, and I don't really want that. So I'm going to play around here for a second, and I'll show you the finished result. Have you had enough? Okay, Marcus with you guys, and I don't want to be anyway, because they've come in, they finished work. Anyway, this is what I've gotten up to, and I've kind of like taken some screenshots from those angles. Obviously, a lot of color is going to be different, and but I think I got the overall look of how I want the scene to look, and of course I'm going to do all different pictures and add stockings and stuff. I don't know, things. But this is a good way to get a reference that I want to work from without having to rely on other people's photos, which is nice. So a great tip for if you're trying to, you know, draw insides of things is to build it in The Sims. Like, you don't have to build it perfectly, it's just how you want from your angle. But I've got that screenshotted, and now I can do the scene. Okay, I just started coloring in, and yeah, I'm really happy. I feel like it's sort of rare to find a picture of a living room at this angle, and I just love the way it looks. And I think even as like, if you split up the double box, it'll still look good on either side, because you have like different, you have different things to look at. You have like Christmas and stuff like that. This would also be useful, like, I kind of have the tree on this side again. Didn't mean to put it on this side, but again, it'll work on the last day. If you want to use this as a New Year's Eve kit as well, this can go on the Monday, and then this can go on the Tuesday kind of double box. So you can get like the Christmas tree on Christmas Day. But yeah, I'm really happy how it came out. I really spent time in the books this time. I usually don't, but I found this reference a lot easier to draw from because it's so much clearer than a photo. So I had a lot of fun drawing these things from The Sims. I'm so happy with how it came out. So to add some more Christmassy touches, but I think I'm going to keep it pretty minimal. I think we definitely need to put some stockings here though. So I will do that, just add a bit more Christmas in the middle. But yay, I'm so happy. Okay, it is completed, but this is the second colorway. I can't remember if I told you guys I decided to do 2 colorways for tinsel because this is going to be my only Christmas set this year, and I thought, you know what, I should just try doing a second colorway. It's a bit of extra work, but if I do it like right now, it'll be okay. So this is the second colorway. It's got the purples and the teals, a bit more non-traditional. And then we have closer to traditional, but you've got the sort of the black, strict black with it. But this is pinks and greens and a more emerald and mint and peach tone. So it's a bit more traditional Christmas, but like it's a play on the green and the red. But yeah, I actually really love the modern version with the more blue, gray, slate background. But I don't think it would hit the same with this one. I suppose you could do a darker muted green, but I like the black, making it super modern. And then we have this. But as you saw the scene that I did in... Oh yeah, and I decided also not to do the stockings. I don't know, I just didn't really feel like it. Just want to keep it clean and simple, and I did a really nice light brush over here, so you probably get some more windows on this side shining in. But yeah, I think it turned out really well, and I'm glad I made that reference in The Sims because it just led to a much better product in the end. It was fun to try and draw all of the things and the books and try to put a bit more effort into it, and it just was so much easier to work from as well. So that is the scene done for tinsel. And now I'm going to make a graphic to share on Instagram to tease it. Then I'm going to take a little break, have some water and chill, and then I'm going to get right back into drawing for the custom. I think I'm going to start drawing some people, so that'll be fun. So now I'm going to be drawing the background to the scene in the SBC custom. I actually don't know what she's going to call this set yet, so I can't really say what the name of it was, but you'll know this kit if you got it. But I've kind of drawn the inside of this apartment, and I really wanted to have a beautiful view of fireworks, so you kind of get the sort of Christmas with the tree and the presents on one side, and then the New Year's on the windows on the other side. And I apologize for this filming. My hair did get in the way at the beginning. I don't think it's through the whole clip, but I also zoomed this up a lot. I think it's 8 times fast. So I apologize if it gets a bit wonky, but I thought instead of playing music over this, I would do a voiceover so we can keep talking through this whole draw with me. But yeah, so as you can see right now, you couldn't really tell what I was doing, but basically in the background, I drew some water, I drew some mountains, and I drew the start of a city. And then with some, lights on. And then I just went ahead and I Gaussian blurred all those layers because they're obviously in the distance and I didn't want them to be sharp. This also forgives any rough drawing because I did it, it's not like I'm drawing it perfectly in detail, and nor do I have to because it's going to be a pretty small detail in the end. But yeah, I wanted to have it in there. So we started blurring it up, but we're going to be doing, I got some searchlights sort of movie premiere lights because this is sort of the LA vibes of this kit. So I thought I was also kind of going for that with the hills and then the city and the ocean. Just an amazing view, honestly, of this apartment or this living room of this house. But so I put in a bunch of blurred lights to show sort of more built up areas on the mountains, like some cities and towns. And then I'm going to put in some shading, just the mountains are a bit more 3D. This is basically just going over and over and changing things up and doing different colors and different shadings and making multiple layers to give it the effect that I want. I can't remember what I was doing here. I think I'm just smudging. I was putting in stars in the background with a sparkle brush. I wanted some stars there first, and then we're going to put in some fireworks which I just use brushes for because it's fireworks, guys. And I think it has a really good effect to have these sort of fireworks in there. And I'm trying to place them where you're going to see them through the window gaps, because there are going to be obviously layers over the top of this background. You won't be able to see the whole thing because there are like, breaks in the windows, as well as some sort of sheer curtains as well. So it'll be nicely layered. But yeah, so we put in the fireworks in the different colors, and now I just want to make it doesn't look perfect for the color scheme that I want. So I wanted to put the sort of more of the pink and the cream over the top and really add this sort of hazy color, but also make it fit more within the colorway of the entire set. So that's what I'm doing here. It changes up a bit, and it's going to change up more even before that. So even after I've filmed this, I changed up the scene a little bit more in terms of the shading. But here I am just blurring those edges between the city and the water, just to have a little bit nicer line there, as well as the shading that's appearing on top of the mountain. It didn't really look realistic, so now I'm just sort of blurring these all with a smudge brush just to have it look a bit nicer again. And then we're just going to darken up those mountains because they're going to be pretty dark in that scene. Obviously I still want them to be noticeable, but so they're not perfectly like real life, but they should be darker in the distance. And now we're going to put some water texture on the water just to add a little bit more to that look, and I just do it very subtly. And then of course I want to put the sort of light reflection of the city, both light as well as so here are the lights reflected in the water from the city. And then I'm also going to add some shading there because obviously the city is darker than other things, and making a shadow over the water as well, especially with the fireworks overhead, and also the coastline. So we're going to do some darker parts of the water and not the whole thing. We're just going to blur that in as well. So here's some lighter parts and some darker parts. I will add a little bit more light where the city lights are. But yeah, so it's coming together now. Sorry, this is sort of like a weird angle, but I was like super into the drawing at this point, and filming with my phone in my hand got a bit hard. But here I'm doing sort of light reflections from the fireworks in the city, just add a little bit more depth to that water. Again, layers upon layers upon layers, and blurs and lights and shadows really adds to these sort of backdrops. And makes it look really pretty, even though we're going to have the window over the top. Here you can see I changed the colors up a little bit, and we've colored in the apartment, and now I'm just putting in some overhead lights just to add sort of it's nighttime but we're lit up kind of room, and I think it works the best over the dining table light because you get to see where the light comes from. I'm going to add like the little downlight hole here. And I think that turns out so cool. And then I'm also just deleting some of it with a soft airbrush without too much transparency on. Like it's not 100% erasing. But I didn't want it too brightly over some of the stuff in the picture. And now we're going to add some general shadow in the background with a soft brush again before I put in the proper detailed shadows, which I've done now. I'm kind of like picking and choosing when I'm filming here, but now I'm just going to quickly do some little details. I feel like this really adds in the end to the overall picture. We add some little shine and light, and also some more detailed shadow details as well. But here I am just putting in like all the shine on the ribbons, and I'm going to do a little bit of Gaussian blur so they're not perfectly like, they're a little bit more soft, and I think makes it really pop then in the background. But that is like mostly done for this scene. I think it turned out so cool. Just like I'd love to be in this space, honestly. And it's like it's if you live in a warmer climate when it's Christmas, I think this would be a great set for you. But also I think you could just use it any time, no matter where you live. It's just a really like clean and fun and glam kind of Christmas set. So let me know if you're using this one from SPC or my tinsel art. Yeah. As you can see, I've got so many freaking layers. This is what, layer 78. So you can see how much goes into these double box scenes, and why I can basically do one a day sometimes because you want to put detail in. But that is pretty much all the detail for this kit, and I'm about to talk again in another clip, so I should end the voiceover here. But that was me working on the main parts of this set, and I think the kit, the double box, turned out so cool. I love the way it came out, especially the scene in the background. It just has a little pop there. But yeah, so I'll finish up this and I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay guys, I'm just checking in and showing you. I'm drawing all the people for both. I've already done all the customs people, but I want to do different heads for my guy in tinsel here. So this is how I do it. And this is just so I can like very easily switch heads. So this won't be seen, this stub of a neck, but this is how you do it. And then what you do is I draw the head on a separate layer, because I feel like men always look the most different in terms of ethnicity, and plus I want to do like a bit more representation for men as well, because I do a lot for women but not so much men. So we got some hotties for Christmas. But I just want to show you what happens behind the scenes, in that they become, I do the body separately, and I'm going to shade this all in and finish it, and then do the head separately and just have them on over the top, and that's how I do it. That's how I get a bit more variety for you guys. But yeah, so we're going to shade this and then get the heads done. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of the vlog. I did finish both sets, but both of them I kind of finished in like a 1-day marathon each. And it was a lot of work, and I really just wanted to focus on finishing up the sets. Pretty much all that was left was elements and papers, and I just sat there for hours doing them, getting them done. But I hope I showed you a bunch of interesting stuff for the set, these Christmas sets for this vlog. And I hope you enjoyed watching. I made sure not to have too much music, so you could like really follow along and have this in the background for whatever you are doing. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if you enjoyed the vlog. Obviously Planmas continues on after this. I'm doing a video for the first 25 days of December, and I think I'm posting this video on the 15th, so we still got like 10 more days to go. So I hope you're enjoying the videos, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not, to catch up on all of Planmas. They will all be being put into a playlist, so you can watch back everything you want to watch. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you. Bye. See you tomorrow.